Baby, you're a stitch man. Baby, you're a stitch man. Baby, you're a stitch man. Duh. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Hi! It's me again! Has it been 2 weeks already? Apparently it has. Welcome back to my Flosstube. If you're new here, if this is your first time here, you're in for a real treat. You're in for a real treat today, I tell you. We got a lot to get to today. No time for nonsense. Actually, what am I talking about? All I do is nonsense. All the time for nonsense, but I only have about an hour to do it. So we got to get moving. Why am I still talking? We got to get moving. Why am I talking about moving along when I should be moving along? Speaking of treats, I mentioned in my last video that I put on 17 pounds, which is a little bit of an exaggeration, but not that much of an exaggeration, that I put on 17 pounds over the Christmas break. Guess what? I already lost 6 of those pounds. And I believe this calls for a little celebration. A little treat, if you will. Something healthy to maintain my newfound weight lossedness. Like maybe a banana. See what I did there? Bananas in pajamas are coming down the stairs. Oh my god, that's good. A couple of quick little updates before I get started. My wife got her COVID shot. She's one of the frontline workers out there, keeping us all safe. She works in a nursing home. So she was one of the first in line to get her shot. Still alive. She's still alive. Everybody go out and get your shot because it's not going to do anything to you except cure you. Me, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before. Melissa is out there slaving away, taking care of us all, taking care of strangers, taking care of us. Well, because 2020 was such a crazy year. I know it was crazy for everybody, not just because of COVID. For a lot of reasons, 2020 was just madness. And when all the dust settled, I have found myself here in my hometown being a stay-at-home dad for a while. It's been a few months. It's probably going to be like for the foreseeable future or as long as we can ride this out. I don't know, but I am staying at home, passing on my wisdom to the younger generation. Aren't they lucky? Coming from me? Believe it or not, I'm actually a pretty good dad. I have a lot of wisdom. I have a lot of knowledge. I have a lot to pass on to the next generation that is of value. We don't just, I don't know what you're imagining, but we don't just sit around like what? What do you think? We're just like cranking the Beatles all day long and I pick Dylan up and play him like an air guitar or something? Like, what? I wouldn't do that. I don't do that. Anyway, I actually do have a lot to get to today and not a lot of time to do it. If I just waste all my time with nonsense, I'm going to have to do some of it today and some of it tomorrow. And it's going to be so obvious. Like, my beard's going to go out to here. That's how much it grows in a day. Actually, no, this has only been 2 weeks. It doesn't even look that different than the last time. Anyway, let me hear you say the shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. The shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. One thing that I noticed recently that I got kind of excited about is I'm tiptoeing ever closer to 500 subscribers. What? I know some of you have thousands and you're like, look at this guy over here with his 500. But I'm still pretty new. And like, I'm not sure how long I have to be here before I can stop calling myself the new guy. But I just did my very first Flosstube in December, like last month. I mean, doesn't it seem like I've been here forever? It really hasn't been that long. And I I didn't I didn't know anybody. I didn't know, I wasn't on Instagram. I wasn't doing it. I just crowbarred myself in like as a stranger. And I was kind of just expecting, even if anybody did ever notice, it would probably take them a long time to like, and then even if people did start to notice, they might just be like, devil be gone, get off my screen. I don't know. So the idea that like hundreds of people care enough to subscribe, and even more than that are watching, is like actually mind-blowing to me. Thank you all very much. I do not take it for granted. I feel when somebody's giving me their time and attention, I feel like a real great responsibility not to waste that and squander that. I don't want you to go away feeling like, well, that was a complete waste of time. Like, time is something that you don't ever get back. And if you're going to give it to me, I better be responsible with it. Which for me means being a goof and entertaining you. So I hope that's what I'm doing, and I hope you don't feel like you're going away feeling like this was all for a big waste. As I'm talking about not wasting time, that in itself is a waste of time. How ironic. So anyway, I think that's pretty cool. Not only like cool that people seem to like it and are starting to watch, but like it's not just people. I am getting to know some of these people. Like I have people that are real people. There's even like a group that I sort of unofficially consider my squad, that is like I've interacted with and like seem to be here every time I post something. And like, you know, I'll be watching a Flosstube and somebody will walk by like, who's that? Who are you watching? Like, she's in my squad. Noah is also in my squad. I feel like I guilted him into it when I begged him to be friends with me, but hey, whatever. You do whatever you have to do. So not to be like super presumptuous or anything, but I was kind of thinking, if by the time my next video rolls around, if I have actually crossed over that 500 mark, that maybe I should do something nice for the people that have been so nice to me. Like, I don't know, like some kind of like a giveaway or something. So like the rest of you guys do sometimes. Like, I don't know how to do that or what I'm going to do. I have a whole lifetime's worth of charts and patterns, some that I've done that I'm obviously never going to do again, some that I've never done that I'm not going to do. I'm just not going to do them. So I don't know. Can I just give shit away? Is that a thing? Is anybody going to be mad at me for that? I could have a few options, and whoever wins or whoever I give stuff to can pick what they want. Or maybe I'll do up a little package of Canadian memorabilia for somebody. I don't know, Smarties, hockey pucks, Poutine, a picture of Justin Trudeau. Hey, there he is. There's my boy Justin. Look at that guy right there. That's a real picture. That's our Prime Minister. I voted for him twice. A couple of quick shout outs, and then I'll get right into stitching stuff. I'm not going to waste a lot of time this time. I know I say that every single time, and it ends up being 20 minutes before I even mention the word cross-stitching. But I'm going to get to it this time. No time for nonsense. No time for nonsense. Lots of time for beer, though. So, first, Kyle. My wife mentioned to me recently, what about Kyle? Whatever happened to Kyle? Like, this whole thing started because of Kyle, and like, where's Kyle? And like, whatever happened to Kyle? I don't want to hassle the guy. Like, yes, Kyle was my inspiration for floss tubing in the first place. He was the first one I ever found, and he was my favorite right from the start. I said that in my very first video. He commented on my video. I found him on Instagram. Like, at least he's still alive. So, like, I don't want to hassle the guy. Like, who? I don't know why he stopped making videos. This could be like a sore spot for all I know, and I don't want to just like keep like needling him. When are you gonna come back? When are you gonna come back? But I mean, I will say one more time that if the mood should ever strike, just in case he's watching, should the mood ever strike, a new floss tube from Kyle Rekemeyer would be a really big treat for a lot of people. Not just me. People have mentioned it to me, how much they miss you. It's not just me. I miss you. We all miss you. We all love you. If you ever want to come back, that would be a real treat. Also, Bart. I've been meaning to talk about Bart like right from the very beginning. You don't need me to talk about Bart. Everybody knows Bart. I know everybody knows Bart. He's always around. Everybody always talks about him. Everybody always links him. You don't need me to say anything about Bart. Everybody knows how great he is, how great his videos are, how great his beard is. That's the best beard I've ever seen in my life. But But I do want to say that right from the very beginning, like this sounds very self-serving. Like in all of my, like I want to shout out to somebody, but I just want to talk about me. But right from the very beginning, Bart was very supportive of me. Like right off the bat, he's like gave me encouragement and liked and commented on my stuff and sends me stuff on Instagram and like pays attention to what I'm saying and things that I might like. And hey, this is the same kind of style as this, and maybe you would like this, and gives me suggestions and sends me stuff. And like, he's probably like that with everybody. It's not just me, but like, he's just such a great guy. And I feel bad that I've never mentioned him before. I love him. I also discovered somebody recently, I don't even know where. Like, it wasn't a recommendation. I was just like searching for shit, and up pops this woman who calls herself the Stubborn Stitcher. I think she used to be called someone's crazy aunt or something like that, which is perfect because she is exactly like all of our crazy aunts. She's nutty and hilarious and weird in a really good way. And I love her. She, I think, took like a 30-year break from stitching and just didn't do anything for like 30 years. And then started watching Flosstubes and got inspired to do stuff again. And now here she is, and she's got a Flosstube, and she's wacky and she's funny and she's doing good stuff. And like, I don't know, I was just really, really charmed by her. I hope that you guys check her out. And I hope that you are as charmed by her as I was, because I just thought she was fantastic. Also, Yamir, also known as Almond MnMs. Yamir's in my squad too. Eh? Huh? Right from the very start of me watching your videos, I've always been fascinated by the tiny stitches. For the first little while, I thought that I was misunderstanding. Like, there's no way a human being is working on 56 count over 1. It's just not, there's something about this that I'm not understanding. And turns out not. Like, I still don't quite understand. I watch your videos, I pause them, your pictures that you post on Instagram, I zoom in on them, and I'm just like, I just don't understand how this is a thing. The only thing that I can come up with is you are 3 inches tall. You're 3 inches tall. There's no other explanation. Yamir also did this great thing with Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery, which I'm sure you've all seen by now. You don't even need me to tell you about it. I'm sure everybody's watched it. Where she was talking about the forever piece that she came up with, like an idea to like something that's huge or that lasts forever, or that could be added to, or that tells a story like through generations. Like, I was enthralled. It was a great idea, and it's a great back and forth between the two of them. And it was a great idea and a great video. I'm sure you've all seen it, but if you haven't, you should go check it out because it's awesome. Also, kind of got me like thinking about like when I watched it and then started like looking at some of the stuff that I'm doing or that I have done. Like, it started to fill me up with like whatever the word is that you call it, human emotions. No, because it's like, I'm sure you all have the same sort of thing, especially with like projects that take years, but I have that sort of with my stitchings. Like, they're like a story, like not a story that anybody else besides me would look at and be able to see. But you know, when depending on which stitching it is, I remember so many details about, you know, how old I was and where I was sitting and the cat that was snuggling with me and where I was living and the people I was with and what I was eating and what I was drinking or what I was watching. Like, I remember all of this stuff when I look at my stitchings. It's like, they're not just like, hey, look, that's a pretty thing with some intricate stitches. It's like, it transports me right back to where I was at the time. And I started to like look at stuff and I started to think about that kind of stuff. And like this one right here, because this has taken me so long so far. I've been working on this for 8 years. Yes, I know, I still haven't done anything with it since my last video. But I've been working on this for 8 years. And it's not just like, oh, here's 8 years of like, stitches or whatever. It's like, here's 8 years of me. It's, I was up here. I was only 29 years old up here, and I was a swinging bachelor, and I was living in a completely different place, and I was around completely different people. And then, like, you get down into here and like here and like, I've got a new cat, or I was living in a different place, or I remember what I was watching, and like, I don't know, down here where her hands are, like, like up here, look, I'm a 20-something swinging bachelor out on the town, and then down here where her hands are, suddenly I have my own son. Like, this whole thing just like, it's like a biography. And I started looking at that and thinking about that, and like, I don't know, I got kind of emotional about it. Thanks a lot, Yamir. Making me feel shit. You can really smell the bananas in this thing. It's awesome. All right, let's talk about stitching. See how fast that was? Look how fast I got to that. Was that fast? I don't even know if that was fast or not by the time I put this all together. Maybe that was 10 or 15 minutes. I don't know. Who knows? It's a mystery. So this guy right here is still the one that has taken up most of my attention in the last couple of weeks. Just because, well, whatever. Here, look, I'll show you. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? Take a guess. Do you see this? That is a full completed page. Look at that, page 1, done. Look, I'll leave it, here's my thing. Look, I highlighted them all. They're all done. Page 1. So partially the reason that I've focused most of my attention on this one is because I just wanted to get through the first page where it's mostly just purple and like, this lovely thing right here, which I've nicknamed Branch du Bois. Ooh, please don't get up. I'm just passing through. So I kind of just wanted to like get through the first page because more things are going to be happening on the second page. And I don't know. I like, this looked like the most boring page to be doing. So I just wanted it over and done with so I can do more fun things. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I like doing purple. I like the branch. I like seeing it come together. It wasn't so bad, but I'm glad that it's done. Now that it's done, I might spread it out a little bit more and start working on like, I mean, I've been working on other things. I've got more things to show you, but I might spread it out a little bit more, get back into like this one. It's almost done. And I've just like, whatever. Finish it when I'm 60. I don't know. I could have finished it this year, but nah. No, I might get back into that one and start spreading it out a little more instead of focusing just primarily on this. Of course, I say that. And now that I think about it, like right here, there's going to be a moon. So obviously, like it's right there. I'm going to want to see the moon. And then as soon as I finish the moon, down in the corner, that's where the cat head's, like, you're going to see half a cat head and an eye right there on page 2. So like, I mean, I'm going to want to see that. So like, as much as I think that I'm going to like start spreading it out a little bit more evenly amongst my whips, as they say, who knows? Once I start seeing stuff come together, I might be like, well, I just wanted to finish page 2 because I just wanted to see the cat's eye. And then I just wanted to see finish page 3 so I could see the rest of the cat's head. And before you know it, I finished this one. I haven't worked on anything else. I don't know. We'll see what happens. By the way, I always forget this. 18 count Ada, 2 over 1. Woo! Professional, as the young people say. We don't have enough time to pronounce syllables. We have to shorten every word. Profesh. This next one, I still don't have color ink for my printer, so the colors are still all wrong on my pattern. So I'm gonna have to just put in a picture of it like I did last time and talk over it. Hey, here it is. Here's my thing that I could be holding up, but I don't have ink for my printer. Hi, it's me, Alice. So I did. It's not as much as the other one, but still pretty decent. Like for a couple of weeks. Compared to where I was last time, I'd only just started it, and now I'm all the way down here. Like that's actually a pretty good chunk compared to, what I thought it was before I just picked it up 2 seconds ago. That's actually not bad. I feel like this one, because this has just been so much fun to do already. Maybe just because I'm so used to doing the same, my other one has just the same dark colors in it, and the cat that I started is mostly purple, which is still fun, but like finally doing something with a little variety here. It's just been so much fun. So I kind of feel like when I come back in 2 weeks that this is going to be the one with the most progress on it. But I say that then, like, who knows? Every time I declare something here, this is what I'm definitely going to do next time, I never do it. So we'll see. But this has been so much fun. It looks awesome already. I love it. I'm going to love it when it's done. Here's what the back looks like if you like looking at the back. Hi, it's me, back. So anyway, a lot of fun. I love it a lot. 18 count Ada 2/1. What? What? And this one, Moonstone, I have worked on a little bit, not as much as I would like to. I would actually like to be working on this more. This is how much I did in the last 2 weeks. These like 5 squares or whatever the hell. Whatever the hell. It's 5 squares. What do you mean whatever the hell? So this is what, it's just, I mean, it's not, it's just this. That's what I did. And a couple extra stitches down here. Hey, look, it's me. But I wanted to be working on that more, and I would like to, because like, I really like this one. And it is pretty fun to do. And it's pretty close to being finished too. So I would like to be working on this more. Part of the reason that I haven't been, there's a couple of reasons. First, I don't know what the hell I was thinking with, I bought an 8x8 Q-snap thinking that like, I don't know, hang on, I have a burp. Will I leave it in or will I edit it out? I don't know. It was not as impressive as I thought it was going to be, so I edited it out. So I bought this 8x8 Q-snap, I think thinking that like, when I got this started up, I hadn't really started another one yet. I don't think, maybe I did, but I was using an 11x11 on my really, really big one. So I thought, well, this one's quite a bit smaller than that one. Maybe I'll buy a smaller Q-snap and maybe that will be like, maybe I'll like that better. I do not like that better. I do not like this at all. It's too small. It's just not what I'm used to. I am resistant to change in every possible way. And I just can't get used to it. I'm trying to give it a chance. I can't get used to it. I hate it. I did get into a little back and forth on Instagram. Look at me using Instagram. I'm so young and hip. On Instagram with Tess from Tess Stitches, who told me that she likes to use, this made me feel stupid, but whatever, I feel stupid every day. She told me she likes to use a Q-snap that's 8x11 instead of like 8x8 or 11x11. She uses 8x11. And I was like, hey, that sounds pretty cool. Maybe I'll keep my eye out and buy one of those if I am ever out in the store. And of course, she was like, you already have one. Because you take your pieces of the 8x8 and pieces of the 11x11 and you combine them to make an 8x11. Whoa, I never in a million years would have thought about that. That's just not how my brain works. Maybe that's just like, I don't know. I was just like, you crazy Aussies down there with your 8x11s and your Mick Dundee and your Men at Work and your, and I don't know, Russell Crowe. Actually, I think Russell Crowe's from New Zealand. Whatever. Same thing. You both say bloke, it's the same thing. The other reason why it's been really irritating for me to work on Moonstone is because the way that I organize my floss, I have them in these things right now, these 2 baskets of chaos. And every time I need to, like, I separated them a little bit. So like, this is like numbers like 1 through 800 and this is 800 and above, something like that. So at least I don't have to search through everything if I'm like, but like normally that's not a big deal because I do other things. My cat is in baskets like this and like I get used to the colors and I can find them pretty quickly. But this one is driving me mental because maybe I'm just not used to which colors which, or it's too much green, or they're just not ones that I'm used to working with, because every time I need to like search for a color, it feels like it's taking me like 5 minutes, and some of them are just like littered with confetti in here, like, you know, 25 different colors per square. Like, fuck, man, like it's driving me mad. And I do know like other systems besides Chaos. I have one time in the past, if I can reach it over here, this thing. I did use this once before with the bobbins and the, like, look, they're still in there. I used that for one of my ones that I did. I can't even remember which one. But I like there are things I like about it. I like that it's like compact. I like that they're in order so that I can like I need a color, I can just go in order. I don't have to dig through madness like some kind of like crazy rat like digging through shit. I do like that about it, but I just don't like when I'm done with it. What am I going to do with these, like, as far as like, you know, like my master like storage unit of floss? Like I don't like having them on these bobbins permanently. I like these. So I know this sounds very like high maintenance, like, okay, princess. I don't know. I don't. That's why this is still like whatever project this was years ago. They're still in here because what am I gonna do with them? I don't. That's not the way I store my floss when I'm done with it. So if I was doing every project with one of these, I just don't know what I would do and how I would keep them in order. Like when I'm done with them, what do you guys do? How do you do it? How do you like organize your shit? Because I can't deal with this for this one. I think I actually am gonna take these ones and put them on bobbins and use one of these just for this because I can't deal with this anymore for this one. But I don't know what else to do. I do have one for my princess, my big one, my princess with a Himalayan cat. I have this. This is how I dealt with, like, I want to keep them in order, but I want to keep them in skeins like this. I have this. So they're in order and they're numbered. So if I need to find, like, you know, number 822 or whatever, it's right here in this drawer and I just pull it out and like, there it is. But I only have one of these. So only that project gets the special treatment of having the drawers that are supposed to have nails and screws or something more manly in them. I don't know what that was for or where I got it, but so I only have one of those. And I don't have a lot of space in my house to just store a lot of random shit. Like there's 5 of us living here and there's not a whole lot of extra storage space, and I can't just leave my stuff in the living room. Like, you know, when I was a swinging bachelor back in my bachelor days, I used to just have like a stitching nook that was permanently there with my whole setup and my chair and my table and my stitching, and like everything was always right there waiting for me. I can't do that with a 2-year-old running around because he's 2 and everything would be destroyed instantly. So every time I want to start stitching, every single time I have to reassemble my entire setup. And every time I'm done, I have to dismantle it and hide it again. Every single time. So if I've got 5 projects on the go, I can't have 5 suitcases just like where am I going to put them? Where am I going to put them? On my bedroom floor? I don't know. Like, I don't... We have a closet, yes, but we've got a lot of people living here with a lot of stuff. Anyway, whatever. Don't tell me your problems, banana boy. Just show me your fucking stitchings. I don't know, but like, I'm just gonna have to break down and put my Moonstone colors in one of these and just... I don't know what I'm gonna do with them when I'm finished. Do you want them? Because I don't like storing them like this unless you guys can show me how you store your stuff when you're done with it and you have like a pile of extra stuff. I've got a giant pile of extra stuff that actually is organized in drawers like this. I do have more drawers like this, but that's where I keep my like ones that I'm not using, and they've been built up over time. I do throw out the old ones because I feel like the colors change over time. But anyway, what am I talking about? I've completely lost my train of thought. I just keep looking at this last sip of beer going like, can I stop talking so I can drink that? Oh, one other thing that I've been noticing as I've been watching Flosstubes for the last couple of weeks. Yeah. I'm fine. What are you talking about? One thing I've noticed is everybody, and like really, it seems like everybody is talking about Pattern Keeper, this app Pattern Keeper. Why am I always the last to know? Why doesn't anybody tell me anything? I thought you liked me. So Pattern Keeper, I haven't tried it. I don't really know what it is, but everybody seems to be raving about it. So I might have to check that out and see if it would be helpful for me or not. Although This is strong shit. Like, you didn't think like bananas, banana beer. Ooh, that sounds gross. No, first of all, no, it doesn't. And second of all, it's hitting me pretty hard. The people that I've seen that have sort of demonstrated how to use it and what it is. I mean, it looks pretty cool. However, it also kind of looks like what I do, like the way that I stitch right now, is kind of like, from what I can tell, like the old man caveman version of Pattern Keeper, sort of. Which, at the time, I'm going to give you a little demonstration. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're going to take a field trip over to my couch. When I did the stitching for my mom called Snowman with Black Cat, here it is right here. Hey, look. There it is. Hi. It's me, Snowman and Black Cat. I'm actually still sitting at my desk, but I'm just assuming I'm going to be able to put something in here so I can like talk over it. Look, I did it. I'm magic. So when I did that Snowman with Black Cat, that was the last pattern ever that I like old school kept the pattern on my knee and like, you know, got my old man glasses out and I was like, what does that say, dear? Like it was such a big, complicated pattern. I'd never done anything like that before, that when I finally got to the end of it, I was like, something's got to give here. I cannot, if this is the way of the future that I'm going to keep going and maybe even getting bigger than this, I can't keep doing it this way. So I discovered about 10 years ago that, here, maybe we should just go like, you want to go over to my couch? You want to come over to my couch with me? Let's go to my couch. I'll show you. All right, here we go. A little demonstration of how I stitch. I don't know what the fuck. So I open up my PDF. Here it is right here. Chessie. Hi. And I skip down to whatever page I'm working on. Now, let's say that I was like, I don't know, in here, wherever. It doesn't really matter. I go to my little zoom in thing. And I zoom in as close as I can to fill up the... Oh, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. There. So I've got, that's as big as I can fill it, like, you know, and have one square, basically fill my entire computer screen. And so I often work on 2 squares at a time because 2 squares, obviously, like 1, 2. And as I'm making my stitches, say I was doing like, you know, number 4 or whatever, there's a little highlight tool here. So I'll stitch all these number 4s. And then look at this. Well, look at that. What the hell? I highlight them. So it's like, it's huge. Like this is a pretty big, like, you know, it's a hell of a lot bigger than a pattern. And it's like, it's filling my entire screen and I can highlight where I'm going so I can like always see where I am. It's fantastic. When I discovered this 10 years ago, I thought I was a genius and nobody had ever done anything like this before. And now this is what everybody does and they do it way fancier than me. And I'm still doing this, but I don't know, this is what I'm used to, and this is the way that I like it. So sometimes I'll do 2 squares at a time, or sometimes I'll like, I don't know if this is one of those times, but like if there's a whole bunch of, you know, like little-ish, I feel like this isn't going well, like this kind of stuff, or like, you know, if there's a lot of one symbol that goes like a lot of the way along, I'll do all the other ones and leave that one out so that when that's the only one that's left, then I can just fill it in without looking at the pattern. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I do. I like to leave the most for the end so that I don't have to look at the pattern anymore. I can just fill it in. Also, there's another, sometimes I'll work on only 1 square at a time because I need your lovely mugs up there with me. So I've got half my screen is 1 square and the other half, here, I'm going to give you a little demonstration. So there, look, I've got 1 square on one half that I'm stitching from, and I've got you lovely people on the other half that I'm watching as I stitch. Hey, look, it's Noah. Hi, Noah. So that is often how I watch Flosstube. I've got 1 square on one side of my computer screen, and I've got you guys on the other side of my computer screen. So when I started doing that, and I started stitching that way, stitching from my laptop and highlighting them like right there on the screen, I would like, I felt like I had discovered something new. like I was like, I was on the cutting edge, and I would tell people about it, and that's the way that I stitched, and they would look at me like I was growing horns or something, or like, you know, like I'm from Mars. Like, who are you, Valentine Michael Smith? Like, stitching on your laptop? What the hell are you even talking about? But it seems like now that the technology has surpassed me, and now I'm doing it the old man way, and, you know, I'm still doing it that way, and there's a better way to do it. So, like, I don't know. I might have to download this Pattern Keeper and see if I like it or not. Chances of me, I'll try to keep an open mind. I will try to keep an open mind, because chances of me liking a brand new thing when I'm used to a thing that works well for me is like, I'm just instinctively resistant to it. I go in thinking I'm going to hate it. I'm going to really try not to do that. I've been trying not to do that with things that I think I'm not going to like, and I end up liking them. But we'll see. I'll give it a try. We'll see. But I don't know. I kind of like my highlighting my PDF thing. It's simple and it's easy to follow, and we'll see. I'll give it a try. One other thing, since my last video, this is just me and my ridiculousness, and like how I make these declarations, like this is the way it's gonna be, and then within 2 days, nah, I'm not gonna do that. It's like, I said last time that I've got 4 projects on the go, and if I start a 5th, it's definitely gonna be this one, because I've been dying to do this for 10 years now, and it's not very big. I said it might even be one of the smallest patterns that I even have. Of course, that gets my brain all clicking. Is that really the smallest one that I have? So I started going through my stuff to see if there's anything else cool that is also relatively small. And I found this. This is called Alice Descending. And I know what you're probably thinking, like, isn't it enough with the Jasmine Becket-Griffith? Isn't it enough with the Alice in Wonderland already? Like, no. No, it isn't. So this one is 100 by 400 stitches, which is like, that's only like 4 pages of pattern. Like, it might be like a tiny bit more than that, like a strip down the side or something like that. But basically, that's 4 pages. And like, I'm talking about like, hey, this one's pretty small. It's 10 pages or like 12 pages. Like, hey, this is a relatively small one, because, you know, I've been used to working on one that's like 36 pages, and like even some of the other ones that I've did, like the average size one is would be 15, 16 pages. So 4 pages, 4 pages of pattern, and this is going to be finished. Like, every single thing that I do will be a significant, it won't just be background. It'll be like full face on page 1. Like, and like, you know, like this isn't so much of a favorite priority for me that like it's all blurry, whatever. I'm just on, maybe it's just my eyes. This isn't such a huge priority for me that if it was like really, really massive, I might just be like, well, like maybe someday, but I'm going to put it at the bottom of the pile. But I like it well enough that for 4 pages, like if this was the only thing that I was working on, I could do that really fast. And, you know, like a page here and a page there in between other things, like I would actually see it coming together pretty fast. It's like, it's exciting me, the idea of doing something that I'm going to see enormous amounts of progress on really fast. I haven't had that in quite a while. So I don't know. I'm kind of excited about the possibility that maybe I will start this one. And by the way, even side note, there actually is a mini version of this. This is mini to begin with, but like there's a mini version of this on Heaven and Earth right now, which is only like 60 by 200 or something. That might be a little bit too small for me. Like, I don't know if I want something that's only like this big, but like 100 by 400, like, and plus it's a different shape than I normally, like a nice tall thing on a thin section of wall, maybe. Like, I don't know, that might be kind of cool. So I don't know, I'm liking the idea of something that's only 4 pages. There's a good possibility that when I make my next video in a couple of weeks, that I will have started that one instead of or maybe in addition to the sunflower one. Who's to say? Some of you have 45 things on the go. Here I am over here going like, should I start a 5th? Like, start a 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th if you want to. Who the fuck cares? Well, I think that's all I've got for today. It's been a pleasure talking to you, as always. I hope that was entertaining. I hope that was informative. Infotainment, that's what we do here in Casa de Cameron. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll see you on Instagram in between there if you'd like to follow me on Instagram. Here, where's my Instagram thingy right here? Where's my magic wand? Give me my wand. Swish and flick. There it is. Follow me on Instagram if you want. I post the occasional picture of ridiculous... Okay, you can go away now. I post the occasional pictures of like things I'm working on or things that pop into my head or whatever the hell. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing there, but I'm trying to learn. So follow me on Instagram if you like. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. And until then, stay thirsty, my friends.
Whoever you are, I have always depended on the kindness of strangers.